Let's show you how to arrange a track on MPC. Alright, so the MPC works like this. The MPC, when you're trying to make a full-length song, is a combination of shorter sequences that have been chained together, short sequences that have been chained together to create a long sequence. So let's look at this 4-bar loop. Okay. So we got a sequence there. But now we want to do is we want to see what we can do to turn this into a song, because all we got is 4 bars, right? And if you were to export this right now, you only get 4 bars. So let's go ahead and duplicate it. We're going to hit the pencil icon in the sequence section. And we're just going to copy that. And we're going to put it on a blank section like section 8. Okay. Now we're on section 8. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 808s out. Right? Right. Hear that? So we're going to take that out and we're going to make that like a verse section. So actually a good thing to do housekeeping is to label your sequences. So this will be the verse, and you hit the letter icon and we're just going to say verse, right? And you should see it update on the screen somewhere up there at the top right here. Okay, verse. Great. So we got a verse. I'm going to erase that 808 there. Let's listen to what we got. And actually I'm going to take that hi-hat out. All right. And so what I did is now I have a verse section, which is 4 bars long, and we got a hook section, which is sequence 4, right here, which has the hi-hat brought back in and the 808, right? But we're going to keep the math simple just so that it's easier to follow. So we know that the hook is 4 bars long and the verse is 4 bars long. So now what we want to do is go to the menu mode. Inside of menu mode, you can just tap on song. And as you can see on the screen, right here if my mouse can highlight it, we have these different sequences that we can use. So I'm going to clear out all those sequences. If you were working on a previously open project, want to clear that all out the way, you can do that just like that. Okay. So I know that I'm bouncing between sequence 4 and sequence 8. And the question might be, well, how do we populate this list? Well, we do have to hit the record button on your device. Once we hit the record button on this device, now we can select the sequences that we want to chain together to create a longer song. In this case, I'm changing between sequences 4 and sequences 8. And it might be kind of hard to see on the screen, but as I tap the verse button, as I tap the verse button, we see that sequence 8 is now on our list right here, because now we have a list. You're creating a list that the software will follow, pardon my language, that the software will follow. And then if I hit hook, boom, now I got a sequence that has sequence 8 in it and sequence 4 in it. So let's repeat this. Go back to the verse. Let's do that again. We're going to do verse, then hook, verse, hook, verse, hook. And now we already populated a good part of the song. Now imagine if you completed your sequences ahead of time. Intro, verse, hook, chorus, vamp, vamp 2, chorus 2. You can do all that. And now we have a list. So if I play this, we're going to hear it go from verse to hook to verse to hook. And remember that the verse only has the same sequence, but there's no hi-hat or 808. Let's check it out. And as you can see, it's going to highlight it, and we can see that the verse is here too as well. The verse is right there. Now we're on the hook. And now we're coming back to the verse. All right. So as you know, when we get to the next part, we're going to be back on the hook again, right? So now what I can do is I can convert this sequence to the song. So we have options here. So I'm going to click on the screen because it's easier to see, and you know you can't see the device. I don't have a camera up here yet. Hit convert to sequence, and then we're going to select a sequence that's not even in use. So in this case, I'm going to select sequence 15. You can select any sequence that you want. It's better to use one that is unused. That way you know that it's clear and you're not deleting any previous work that you've already done. Sequence 15, hit do it. Go back to menu or main, and let's navigate to sequence 15. Or in this case, we're doing it right here. And we can label this. We can call it song. So I click on there, call it song. And if I zoom out, you can see that we have a whole song sequence here. And this sequence is like 24 bars long. If we do another view, you can see that. The only thing I don't like is that you can't really see the cells in between things like that. Like I can't just click in that section and just drag it. Like, see, I'm already messing up already. You know, I would definitely like, but this is a side note. I'm not going to go into that rant. But as you can see, we got the full song right there. So let's play it. Let's see what it sounds like. Hit and play. We're in verse. Now we're in the hook. Right? And what I did right there is I kind of did like a little break, and you can record on your tracks to destructively record the data that's on there right there. And that's a cool way to do kind of breaks, and then you can add fills in there. So in this case, fast forward there. Right there. So I can just tap right there, hit record and overdub. And if we go right there and play it again. So there's options right there to arrange your songs. And of course, there are definitely different ways to address your songs right here. It's painful for me to deal with this viewpoint, even if I might do like something like this to see it a little bit better. I don't like to edit the piano roll on this software. I do it because it's a necessity, but coming from like a FL Studio background with a little bit dealing with piano rolls, I just like something where I can just kind of click it and move it a little bit. I don't know. It's just me. But that's how you arrange songs in the MPC. If you got any other questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm Dilio, and you're watching the Dilio T2K YouTube channel. I'm out.